crypto is really getting more and more institutionalized. It's getting more focused on like what you can really do with the technology. And as we're seeing, there's sort of a lot of crypto projects, they're kind of in a, they're having a bit of sort of like a lack of what are we supposed to do now, right? But the really big, established DeFi projects, the ones generating revenue like Sky and many of the other blue chip DeFi and really established players in the space, this is actually the moment we've been hoping for all this time. Finally there's less noise and there's more focus on the fundamentals, on revenue, on all these things that should have been totally natural from the beginning.
Our next guest joins us now, Rune Christensen. Rune is director of the Sky Frontier Foundation and co-founder of Sky, formerly known as MakerDAO. Sky is a DeFi protocol that scales the legacy of MakerDAO by bridging decentralized governance with institutional-grade stablecoin rewards and real-world asset allocation. Rune, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, thanks for being here. I've been waiting to talk to you all day because I've really been following this AI agents on social media boom that's been happening over the past few days with Moltbook. And you acknowledged on X that people are freaked out by this, but you said that Sky has been preparing for this all along. Kind of unpack that for me.
Well, so Sky, first of all, is the world's largest yield-generating stablecoin project. And actually, the way that Sky is able to deliver such a great and efficient risk-adjusted return on the USDS stablecoin is through what's known as the Sky agents, which is essentially merging economics and finance with AI agents and governance. So that's the kind of the whole history of Maker that led to the creation of Sky. And I mean, what it really means in practice is just, the ability to securely and safely and efficiently deliver good returns, deploy with good risk management into collateral assets, and then even also deal with this the coordination problem of agents and how to basically make sure that everything works out. So it all sort of nicely fits together, and I think it's really cool to finally see the broader interest in agents and sort of ecosystem of agents working together.
I guess, do you see this as a standard that you would like to see adopted generally, your approach, or is it, hey, we have a competing way to do this and we'd like to attract your assets to us because this is how we deliver yield and we think you'll trust it and believe in it, and if you want other stable coins you can go elsewhere, but if you want this package, come to us? Is it that you're trying to set a standard, or you're trying to compete and have your product stand on its own?
I mean, look, all capital, all finance wants efficiency. And there's simply no doubt that the way to deliver efficiency is to tap into the latest technology, and that's really AI at this point, and agentic finance. So I think this is absolutely going to get developed and adopted across the industry, but I think what Sky really has to offer is just a very mature ecosystem and a lot of building blocks that others can tap into rather than reinventing the wheel. And I think generally we're seeing that, right? So USDS doubled in supply in the last year as you have a lot of momentum, a lot of capital moving into Sky and USDS. We're working in Sky with some of the largest institutions. The collateral right now is backed by assets from BlackRock, BNY Mellon, Janus Henderson, and this is actually done through these Sky agents. So essentially you have these like individual agents powered by Sky, striking deals with, for instance, Janus Henderson to do the first ever tokenized CLO. And that was a really good example of how, by opening up for basically more autonomy in how a large financial ecosystem like Sky can operate, you can get better diversification, and then through that unlock some efficiency gains, right? Where you have CLOs, if included in a portfolio the right way, they can increase return without impacting the risk profile.
Interesting. And so, how scalable is all that? When you see the space, the entire size of the space that you're approaching, doubling assets is incredible. Can you go up 10 times from here?
Yeah. So I mean, if you just look at the stablecoin space today, there is more than 300 billion in stablecoins not earning any yield or earning a very inefficient yield right now. And capital wants to generate returns. So in Sky, we really consider all of these sort of more simple, centralized stablecoins as top of the funnel, really. This is what's driving the inflows into Sky, where you have capital that's already getting blockchain native, that's already getting a taste of the efficiency you can get with blockchain over stablecoins. But then what you want to go from there is you want the best possible efficiency, and that's what Sky has really been specializing in for the last many years. And you know, I mean, we actually just released a financial report out of the Sky Frontier Foundation that's making some assumptions around the growth trends, and we're expecting a doubling in supply again over the coming year. But from there, I mean, I would expect it to just grow even further as our agent ecosystem further helps scale the efficiency and the capabilities of the whole ecosystem.
We're sitting here at the beginning of February. You just mentioned your report. Talk to us about the headline of that report. How are you expecting the rest of 2026 to evolve for the industry, and then more specifically Sky?
Yeah, I mean, overall, we had doubling in supply last year, and assuming another doubling in supply over 2026. Really good profits and buyback for Sky, with more than 90 million in profits resulting in buyback of the Sky token. That I think also, you know, we're assuming another more than a doubling of the profits over the course of next year. And like, I think overall, the reality is that, you know, from here, crypto is really getting more and more institutionalized. It's getting more focused on like what you can really do with the technology. And as we're seeing, there's sort of a lot of crypto projects, they're kind of in a, you know, they're having a bit of sort of like a lack of what are we supposed to do now, right? But the really big, you know, established DeFi projects, the ones generating revenue like Sky and many of the other blue chip DeFi and really established players in the space, this is actually the moment we've been hoping for all this time. You know, finally there's less noise and there's more focus on the fundamentals, on revenue, on all these things that should have been totally natural from the beginning. And I think in 2026 that will really just translate into growth and momentum and success for the projects that were focused on this from the beginning.
Rune, thanks so much for joining us at the desk. It was a pleasure chatting with you.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Rune.
That was the director of the Sky Frontier Foundation and co-founder of Sky, Rune Christensen.